Under the sea.
Down where it's
Under
wet.
the sea. Oh my God. Okay, Sebastian. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Anime Summit Podcast. I am Mac, and with me I have Sam,
Hi.
and I have Nick.
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Okay, you're right. Don't. Not today.
SpongeBob SquarePants. It's relevant to the episode, fellas.
Relevant to
Gotta
the
do it.
episode, yes.
Gotta do it.
But
My voice
that
wasn't gravelly
was
enough.
that was
but, you know.
so like 2000, man.
Yeah, it's a classic opening. Classic anime OP, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay, so later in the show, we're gonna
On
talk
my
about
list, by the way.
we're gonna talk about our favorite openings, and then later, maybe we'll do our favorite endings. But today, we are just gonna talk about our favorite openings. We've each got like a top 10 list. Mine is kind of like somewhat in order. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But anyways, let's go over to news anchor Nick with the news.
All right, a couple of quick pieces. Crunchyroll adds Ergo Proxy and Technolize to its catalog. So
bitches.
this is really cool because now they have Technolize and I believe they have Serial Experiments Lane on there as well. They're only missing Hibine Renmei as the Abe trifecta, the Yoshitoshi Abe trifecta.
Hibine
once they
Renmei was
get
good. I like that
Hibine
show.
Renmei on there, despite the fact that Sam doesn't like it. It's a classic anime,
I like
one
that
of the
show.
best of all time.
I like Hibine Renmei.
Technolize is great. Ergo Proxy is great. If you haven't seen them, definitely check them out on Crunchyroll. They're super good. They have good dubs. I don't know if Crunchyroll and Funimation mixed. Do they do the dubs on Funimation or? Not exactly sure how that works, but either way, they both have great dubs.
Yeah,
so
I actually don't know how that works either.
all three of them have good dubs. And then the big one here, the real piece of news that matters is Cowboy Bebop is getting a live-action TV series.
You know, I feel
was announced.
I feel a little more comfortable knowing that Sunrise is co-producing it, but at the same time, once Cowboy Bebop ended and they did the movie, it was just like, don't touch this, leave it alone. Just don't.
You're gonna ruin it
even.
with your filthy gaijin hands.
I mean, I don't really care unless Keanu Reeves plays Spike Spiegel. Just saying.
He's not gonna. He's too old. Despite the fact that he's immortal, he's.
Keanu Reeves, man.
I don't know what they're gonna do. God, it's gonna fucking suck. I bet.
I remember when I was
It
a kid,
probably
when I was
will.
when I was a kid, when I was younger, like probably like when I was 12 or 13, they had talked about Keanu Reeves doing it.
Yeah, it's been in production hell for a long time.
But that was different. That was back then when they were talking about
I have a
like,
feeling
movie.
it's gonna. God, I just hope it doesn't get the Ghost in the Shell treatment where they're like, let's copy some scenes from it, but with live action, and it just looks awkward.
So
Like characters are
I kinda
posing
feel that-
awkwardly.
I feel
It's
that
like,
a little bit, yeah. So
But-
one thing I should mention too is like this is a huge piece of news. This seems to be like a trend now, which I don't know how to feel about. But they're also making a live action Streets of Rage series, which is a very popular Sega game, which I've talked about, like not on this cast, but on other shows I've done. And it's just really weird. I never know how to feel about them. I especially don't know how to feel about Cowboy Bebop.
dude,
It's
no,
like-
no. There's a difference though, because live action video games are fucking funny. Like the Mario Brothers movie, that was funny.
But
dude.
that was back then when, dude, have you heard the story of that? We should link in the show notes.
I don't
The
know, but it
story-
reminds me of a porno. The entire
This-
thing just
No,
reminds
it
me of a porno.
It was the directors were a couple and they kept changing shit halfway through, and the only way Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo were able to get through working on that movie every day was by drinking when they weren't shooting.
There you go.
They were drinking scotch like every day.
Hey,
It was
that's my
terrible.
shit right
Scotchy,
there.
scotch.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry, Nick. Go on with the
That's,
other news.
that's all I
that
really
was-
had.
Oh, okay,
Um,
shit.
And yeah, Keanu Reeves isn't going to be in it, most likely, like 99%. He said he's not going to be in it. So,
Well, then I'm
Yeah.
not gonna watch it. I want my Spike Spiegel Keanu Reeves.
Oh, they'll find someone better. They'll put a.
I
they'll
want
put a black
I want
guy
to see
as
him.
Spike
I want to
Spiegel.
see him in that movie, sitting on an obscure park bench, looking
Oh,
at
yeah.
a sandwich
Sad Keanu eating the birds.
and contemplating
Yeah.
what is life. That's what I
We
want to
gotta
see.
do that. As long as they don't put Scarlett Johansson in this one, that'd be awkward.
I wonder
She's
how many.
Faye.
It depends on how much Woolongs they put into this movie. Now I'm saying.
Hey, dude, Shia LaBeouf could make a great Edward.
Sure.
Oh my god!
Shut up, dude.
Oh no, it's happening!
Running in the night from Shia LaBeouf. Oh fuck, man!
Shia
Fucking
LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
That's like
Oh my
all the
God.
news I had,
All right.
The memes.
So,
the memes from that.
There's some
Let's-
other couple of pieces. Some millionaires trying to fund some. Actually, there's a really quick one. A millionaire is trying to fund another season of ReZero.
Okay, who cares? Moving on.
So yeah, fuck it. Cowboy Bebop. We'll skip that. Cut that out of the episode. Doesn't matter.
I mean,
Yeah,
really,
dude,
who
I don't-
cares
I
about
don't-
ReZero?
some
Actually,
other-
it does matter because like once people can start funding new seasons of shit by themselves, like we already kind of can do that, but once it
that's-
really gets rolling, then it's like, whoa, dude, Spice
that might
and
be
Wolf
like
3.
that might become the thing, yeah. But anyway, some other little quick things. Tekken 7 just came out, and I heard it's hype as fuck. I was watching people play it, and that game
Maybe they'll
looks
make
sweet.
a live action out of it.
They already have, and it was terrible.
Exactly, but
It's
make it
garbage.
so bad that it's really bad, but you still gotta watch it.
And
It's not even
Ultra,
good.
Ultra Street Fighter 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers came out on the Switch too, and that looks super hype. Too bad it's just on the Switch, which I think is fucking dumb, but whatever.
GG
And, yeah.
Nintendo.
So is the Switch just like a little Game Boy? But you
No,
don't plug it
it's
into
a
your TV?
console.
It's a console.
It's a console
weird.
handheld
It's
hybrid.
Weird. It's weird. Let's
But
put
you
it
can
So-
plug it into your TV and shit, right?
So there's a docking base, and then there's a tablet. That tablet goes in the docking base and it goes on your TV, and then you can take that tablet off, and that tablet itself is basically the console, and then
Yeah.
you plug the controllers on the either side of it,
Okay.
and then when you put it on the
Gotcha.
dock, you can take the controllers off and click them together, and then it becomes it's weird.
It's
But
weird.
anyway. And then those
Anyway.
two side pieces can become two controllers for two people, and it's I don't know.
By
I'm
our
still not-
powers combined, we are the Switch.
Yeah.
You heard
Wonder
it.
Twins
you heard
activate.
it here.
Voltron.
Call in the next 10 minutes and you won't get one Switch controller. You'll get two for the price of one.
That's basically kind of what it is. I don't know. It's really weird. But you know what? I'm not 100% sold on it though. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Save it for the
Anyway,
video game podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
save it for the
I'm
sorry.
just messing with you.
Waifu of the week.
Save it for the
Waifu of the
waifu podcast.
Save it for the waifu podcast.
The Waifu Podcast.
Oh God, waifu of the week. How are we gonna do this?
Yeah, there isn't really like a theme here. Like it could just literally be any kind of waifu.
Oh,
okay, I
someone
got
who
it.
sings. Ooh,
I got it.
Ooh, the
Oh.
girl from Macross, dude. Anyone from Macross, really.
Let's do Cheryl Nome because she's hot.
Cheryl Nome is pretty fucking hot. I'm okay with that. Or the original one would be fine with me. What's her name? I totally forgot her name.
Wait. No. You're talking about waifus that sing, right? Isn't the choice obviously Jigglypuff?
Ooh,
That's true.
that's pretty good. Is Jigglypuff a girl though?
Jigglypuff
Fuck it.
is
There's-
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff is there are Pokemon who are male and Pokemon who are
I
female. That's how they
mean,
breed.
my Game Boy always told me that I could get a male and female of the two.
The thing though is
Pokemans,
Cheryl
and
Nome
then-
sings
and
in
then
one
I
of the
could-
openings.
and then I
so
could just
Jigglypuff
I
doesn't.
could take them to the
least not their
daycare
first
and I could get some Pokemon eggs. Metal Jigglypuff. Nice.
So what are we doing? We're doing Lin Min May or Cheryl Nome or Jigglypuff?
Just do Jigglypuff because it's funny.
Jigglypuff, come on.
Best grill.
We're gonna do like a drawing where, you have to bang your waifu, and Jigglypuff's gonna be in that drawing.
I mean,
like
it's
You're gonna like
it's
it.
just like a sphere with like little nubs for arms and little leg thingies.
Go
I mean,
downtown, find an escort, and be like, "Can you please dress up as this character?" I did a thing
dress up
with
in
this
a giant
podcast.
Jigglypuff suit.
I'll do anything for $1.
Oh
That's
god.
what she says.
Oh jeez. Just
For
because
a
you do
Benjamin.
that, just because they do that in the anime doesn't mean you can do that on my chest.
Whoa, ho, ho, ho.
That'll be an extra 20.
And on that bombshell, back to the topic. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Oh,
wow, I
that was
haven't
the smoker's voice.
Oh, I haven't seen you in 10 years. Yeah, haircut.
Favorite OPs.
Carpet matches the drapes if you catch my drip.
Jesus Christ.
All right, enough of that shit.
All right.
Favorite OPs.
Hey. So here's what we're gonna do.
This is what we're doing. Favorite OPs.
We're gonna
OP
do.
stands for opening.
Let's do a thing
We should say that.
where we start at the bottom, going up. We'll each say our 10. We'll each say our 8 or 9, whatever.
See, we're doing it the wrong way. We're starting at the bottom, going up instead of starting at the top and working our way down. Know what I'm
No,
saying?
but then there's no hype left for that. Then it's like,
Yeah, it's top 10.
Who
Yeah,
fucking
started
cares
from
about
the
number
bottom,
8?
now we're
It's a
here.
piece of shit.
Started from the bottom, not a whole 10 fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Now we're moving up just a little bit. Now it started from here, then we go up a little more.
That's a great opening song. It didn't make my list, unfortunately.
Then we go down a little bit more because I.
All right. Saving it for the rapping podcast.
Now we're here.
Okay, since
So we're
since
each gonna
Sam
do our
seems
top
to
7.
want- since Sam seems to want to wrap this out, Sam can start it.
All
We're
right.
doing our top 7. We're gonna go. What is it? Round robin style. We'll just,
I literally said that.
yeah, we're just going down the train. Sam, Mac, me, whatever order. Fuck
Wait,
it, YOLO.
so should go. So whatever order? Oh, okay. I'm not even gonna go in my order then. I'm just gonna.
well,
say,
no. Well, I mean, go from your order. Do your top
from
7.
the order. Yeah, start like towards the lower
But like,
tiers.
keep in mind, look, these lists are fluid. My order changes all the fucking time. So
Indeed.
All right. So
at this
number.
instant in time.
So number 7 for me was Drake, and it started from the bottom. Now we're here.
God damn it!
Started. Oh, I'm crying. That's what he raps about. Oh,
Are you
I'm
serious,
crying
Do
Sam?
you
in the
like
shower.
fish sticks? Do you like fish sticks?
That is such a lame joke. Like,
Yeah, just like your fucking Drake singing. All right, let's get on to the topic. Let's move it.
Thank you, Nick.
We got
Like
21
how
things to talk about.
I like how you're saying that. Like, that's like how I seriously started from the bottom. Now we're here. Started from
We're
the
gonna have to
bottom.
cut all this out.
Jesus Christ,
No,
say
we don't, man,
7,
we-
Sam.
We don't
Jesus.
have to cut it out. We'll leave it in because
We're cutting everything
Nick does.
out.
No, Nick does retarded stuff all the time.
We're
and it doesn't
cutting.
get cut out.
No, leave mine in so everyone can witness me.
Number 7 for
Okay,
me
Mad
was. Number 7 for me was Nick is Stupid. Anyways, number
Who's that
7
by?
for me was. It's by Nick is Stupid. Number 7 for me was, and this is. I know I talk about this shit all the time, but I put Nadesco towards the bottom. For
I
a
knew
lot
you
of
were gonna do
reasons.
it. Called it. Fucking called it.
A lot of people probably would say, Nick would probably be like, "Oh, why isn't he number 1?
Martian
I'm Nick.
successor to Nadesco.
I like to smell my own
Full
butthole."
name.
No,
No, it's a good OP.
Yeah, the song is good, but like the animation itself is kind of just like not cool until the very end of it. You know, it's like
Oh
kind of,
yeah.
it's kind of basic, you know, but the
Let me
song
put it
is
on
really
silent
cool.
here.
You know,
See, here's the thing about
Rory
openings.
would be
Like,
happy
it's not
about
just
this.
about the song.
Right.
And
tried
most
to-
people don't fucking understand that. They're like,
Right.
I like the song. I put it on my iPod. And it's
Right.
like, no, you got to look at it.
I tried
Would
to
you
make
just
my
look at it?
I tried to make my list like based on the animation, the opening animation too. So
Yeah, it's both. It's all of the above. Everything.
yeah. So I put it towards the bottom because, you know, like the opening animation is pretty basic. It doesn't get really cool until just like the very end of the song. So
I mean, I wouldn't call that super basic. It's It's pretty cool.
yeah, it does everything it needs to do. You know, it shows all the characters. It shows
I wouldn't
the
say that's not as basic as a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of stuff nowadays is pretty derivative and fucking boring.
That's true. But it shows the way the robots work, and yeah, there you go. So who wants to go next? Should we go Sam, Nick, and
doesn't
Mac?
matter.
Or Sam?
Mac, do you want to go?
I can.
Let's do Sam, Mac, and Nick. Okay, go ahead. Number 7.
Okay, so my my list will change based on how I feel. So with that in mind, for number 7, I have Out of Control from Psychopaths, done by Nothing's Carved in Stone.
'Cause I feel
Exactly. It's
It's that one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That was like the best part
That's
of
a good song.
That opening by itself is better than the entire second season.
And you know what the
Damn.
bad thing is?
Oh man,
That's pretty true. The second season was kind of a flop. But,
it's just
but
pointless
man, like
trash. But anyway.
every time I would watch an episode of Psycho-Pass, I would just listen to this OP. Hell, I'd even repeat it a couple of times just because it's so damn catchy and so damn good.
It's a no skipper. That's what we're
It
talking about.
really
No
is.
skippers.
It is a no skipper, and pretty much
It looks great,
anything that
too.
is on my list is going to be a no skipper. And yes,
Well, yeah,
like-
everything on our
like
yeah,
the
basically
circling
The visuals
camera
on it.
pans that they do and the cinematography in this OP is super fucking dope. It
I like the
really
cigarette
is.
smoke that trails and like turns into other shit. Sweet.
Exactly. And then it's just it's amazing. It's amazing.
the color too, like the color.
The color.
It's-
It's just
it's like
amazing.
It's like just like pure darkness up until like the last part of it where it turns all white and then they're in the city and it's super cool.
It
Dig
is. It is. And
Hell yeah,
that's
dude.
that's my number 7.
All right, Nick.
All right, so number 7. Okay, Mac, I might have stolen this one from you. Oh, I'm like debating if I should use this or not.
Use
All right,
it.
fuck it. We're gonna say. I'm just gonna do this now. I'm gonna say A Cruel Angel's Thesis, my number 7 from Evangelion, just because. I don't even know if I want to use that.
Why
one.
isn't that on my? I'm an idiot.
I don't know if I want to put that as number 7 because it like everyone knows it already. But
yeah, but I mean, if it's you like it, you know.
I'm just
then-
gonna put it there. Fuck it.
but
Fuck
I'm gonna
it. It's on there.
I'm going to counter argument this. Are you doing this for the song or are you doing this for the actual
It's for
opening?
both. It's for both actually because
Because to me
It kind of
at least that opening is all about the song.
it's both. No, here's the thing, Mac. The visuals from the opening were copied by a lot of other shows, including Code Geass, which just basically like ripped off the entire style of the visuals besides like random
Code
horses and
Geass.
shit
That's a funny
running
way
around.
to say Razafon.
No, that's a different I'm talking about the opening, Mac, not other not nothing else. I'm just saying, giving one example, like it started like the trend of fading in and out and showing the characters doing stuff like that. So that's why I'm putting it there. And the song is just like this anthem that's it just sticks in your head and you can't get rid of it. And it's one of, I think it's one of the most like famous songs in the world, honestly. Like bands play it all the time, people sing it all the time. It's just it's super catchy and it's really good because like it starts all it like wells up and you're like, oh, it's like church, and then it turns into this fucking rap battle.
It has
shit,
a very
and it's like-
grandiose beginning.
yeah.
Very grandiose. Yes.
There's a really cool image where it's like the first part of it is like angels, in a church, and the second part is Jesus breakdancing. It's just like that's kind of how it is because it goes really fast, and it's just really iconic. It's one of the most, if not the single most iconic opening. But I wouldn't say it's the best. It doesn't have the best visuals altogether. It's not as creative as some of the ones that are going to be upper on the list on other parts of our list, I think, as far as animation goes.
Iconic though. That's very true.
It is.
Iconic.
It is.
I think it's
it
the
is
single most
iconic.
iconic
I
opening.
will
Like,
give it that much. It is.
If I had to
very
pick
iconic.
one opening song by itself, it's Cruel Angel's Thesis. Just, yeah, that's what I would say. But as far as visuals go, there's some other better stuff.
Indeed. And that brings us on to number 6.
Okay, Sace. Where's my thing? Here we go. Sace 6. I put Tomorrow by Machiko for Konosuba 2.
Ooh, I like that one. I like that opening. Yeah.
Mother's Basement did a very cool video on just this opening, and basically everything he says sums up what I think about this opening. Because it's Konosuba 2, so like if you watch Konosuba the first season, you know all the characters already, right? You don't need any special kind of introduction for them. So what the opening shows is just the four of them. Just this is one of those openings where it's a story, right? And they're trying to do another quest and whatever, basically the whole opening, and it's really hilarious, and I really like it, and Mother's Basement pretty much sums up my feelings on it.
Yeah, we should give a huge shout out to him right away, because if you want to analyze openings and find out why they're made the way they are and like what's good about them, check out the Mother's Basement YouTube channel.
Honestly,
he has a lot of he has like a little series called What's in an OP, where he dissects various aspects of them, especially the visuals.
Because
Right, and
we're not going to go that deep into OPs.
Yeah,
we have a lot to talk about, and plus, honestly, look, we're not as much of an expert as he is on that type of thing.
This is pure
and
opinion.
We just don't have the time to burn.
Yeah.
To go
All
into
the
stuff
above.
like that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And to be fair, like he makes scripts for those. Like we're going off the cuff, so we're not going to be as
We
eloquent.
could dedicate time to it, but yeah.
you know.
This is just pure opinion piece, and anyway. So, he doesn't talk about the song so much as breaking down the actual like animation in this particular episode, but still, it's really good, and I really like it, and you should watch that video. So, thank you, Jeff, for that, and I really like the song too, and the song syncs with the animation as well perfectly. So,
That's
definitely
gonna be
check
true
it out.
for everything on the list.
Well, no,
That's the
I mean,
idea,
sometimes it.
I
they
guess
don't.
Nadesco is like. Now that I watched part of it, and like
Sometimes
you're
they
right.
don't-
The first part is a little
sometimes-
bit flat.
Sometimes there are openings where they just have the song and the animation, and that's it. Like, it doesn't sync as, you know what I mean? So it's like, you never know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, I love the part in that opening where they're parachuting, like they explode and they parachute, and then it does like the dramatic musical cue, and it's like, like right when the parachute opens. That's my
it
favorite part.
it goes into that tempo change, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Love it. But yeah, go ahead and Mac number 6.
So my number 6, the wonderful Shonen Heart done by Homemade Kazoku in the Bones semi-quasi masterpiece that was Eureka 7. It
Ooh, a
is
Bones show. That's one of
Bones.
many.
Exactly. Exactly.
Bones does some of the best OPs ever. It's
They
insane.
really do. And this particular OP
There's gonna be
happens
some on
to
my
be
list.
the second of 4 OPs used in Eureka 7, which I think it's awesome. They have 4 different OPs, and they're all glorious and great in their own right. But in my opinion, in my humble Macified Maximus Mac opinion, this OP right here is perfect because it starts out and they're kind of surfing on their boards.
It's the second one, right?
Yeah, it's the second one.
Okay.
And just the beat of it and everything and how it starts out, and then it's got that transition, that upward pan into the show title. Like, everything about it is really, really smooth. You see all the characters, they're doing their thing. The colors are awesome.
mechs on
There's a little bit of surfboard action, and the animation on the surfboards is really, really fluid. And in my opinion, once again, this is one of those OPs that you're probably not going to see on a ton of lists because it's something that's going to fly kind of through people's radar. But it is really, really, really fantastic. And yeah, I mean, I can't really say too much more about it. You just got to go listen to it, though. The rap in it is really good. It's really, really good. And coming from me, that's a hell of a compliment.
Yeah, I like
because
I
Mac
like
started
this.
from the bottom.
I like this
stop.
opening, and I like the song too. The song is great.
I can't find a version on
It's
YouTube.
so hype. It's so
We're
hype.
gonna be linking all of this in the show notes. Some of
Another-
them won't be on YouTube. It'll be like on a mirror somewhere. But
Right.
Vimeo
We'll figure it
or
out.
Daily Motion, something like that.
well, there's
We can
like
just put a-
mixtape.moe and stuff, and
I can
Webums.
also put a shareable link of my list that's got all
Yeah.
the YouTube links in it too on the show notes.
Actually,
But
we could
anyway-
just do that. Let's just
Yeah.
rather
so
than
one
linking
thing-
a million things. Yeah.
One thing I will say too is that when Max says hype like that, like one of the jobs of the opening for sure is to get you hype for what you're about to watch. You know, so I mean that's also an important aspect that I think we should mention for sure. If it gets you hype, then that's what's up. That's what's Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Shit, I'm looking at Mac's
all of
list
that.
here.
All of that.
Mac, I
So-
can't read your list. Oh, there it is. Okay.
So Nick, number 6.
What are these numbers? Mac's numbers are all out of order. Okay, let me just click on this really quick here. Okay. Which one is this? Is Psalms.
Do
Right?
it.
Where's
Do it. Just do it.
Okay. I'm just comparing and contrasting. Wow, I was gonna step on one of yours. Do you have? Oh, you have that one. Okay.
Just fucking
matter.
say it.
I'm picking one that's different here.
All right,
We're
come
gonna
on.
do
Just-
"Hacking to the Gate" by Kanado Itu. It's by it's for the show Steins Gate. So
Kanado
we've all seen
Ito.
Steins Gate except for Sam, of course, for some reason.
My bad, fam.
Still got to rim you a little bit on that one. Steins Gate, "Hacking to the Gate." It's like Mac. You've seen this too. It's like the perfect way to start the show because it's like this, this moody mystery show at first, and then "Hacking to the Gate" is really gets you into that zone, right? Where you start with the female vocals, and you get all these like clocks and gears and shit spinning, and it's just really good. Like, Mac, are you able to give any thoughts on that?
Yeah, as far as that OP goes, actually, I was watching it a little bit in the airport today on my laptop while I was waiting to catch my flight back to Nashville. I was watching Steins Gate.
Nice.
Oh yeah, the text and lines that come out and it just zooms
Yeah,
in.
it's got a lot of like really quick cuts in it, like flashes of different things. Usually the diversion number or whatever. The production of it was kind of strange on how they did it, actually, if you think about it, because of all the gears and everything. It just comes off as kind of odd and maybe slightly surreal compared to a lot of other openings.
Yeah.
But I think that really adds to the mystique of the show starting into it, because you're introduced to the eccentric Okabe and that false persona that he does.
And the whole idea of Steins Gate is time travel, right? And it's showing you these timelines zooming through and the clock spinning and everything.
Yeah.
It's just getting that whole atmosphere set up and everything's flashing by, because
Yeah.
when you're dealing with time and stuff and time travel, there's just like so much imagery that you can use, and they use like fast moving blur and a lot of lines and things that represent time, like clocks and
they did not overthink the way that they did the OP. In fact,
hourglasses and all that, butterfly effect.
They went very much the KISS rule, which is keep it simple, stupid. And I think it works.
It's simple, but it's actually really well made too. Like it.
I never said it wasn't really well made. I'm saying
Yeah.
the way that they put it together and the symbolism and things that they used are very simple. And that's not me like dissing it or anything, because it's really good. I'm just saying that you don't have to have some crazy, flashy, super wild visual OP to have a good one.
Yeah. And it doesn't do what some OPs do, where it doesn't spoil the story, and it doesn't provide all of this literal symbolism that can be used, like, oh, that represents this in the story. It's not so much that; it's more just general symbolism, which is fine. I almost prefer that, actually. I don't like the huge spoilers in the openings, but a lot of them have that, and one of them, my list, does have that. But yeah. So yeah, Steins Gate, Hacking to the Gate. Sam, you gotta watch Steins Gate, bruh.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
On
That's
to
your
the
challenge.
number five. Number five.
Single.
I just
Five?
realized I forgot one in my list. gonna be my
So
number
now
one.
I'm kind of thinking about it. I realize this probably should have been under Konosuba, but I don't care. It's fine. Number 5. I put Smile Bomb by Mawatsuri Matsuko or Sarah
Yeah,
White
this was on my list too, but
for Yu Yu Hakusho. When they dubbed it, they made Sarah White, or they made they redid the opening with the English vocals instead of the Japanese, which both versions I think are fine. It's the exact same song, just one's Japanese, one's English. I think both versions are great. So
I've only
I
ever
really-
watched the show in English. I think it's only worth watching that show in English because the dub is so good.
I think the dub is great, and I think
It's
the
one of
English
the best
version of
dubs
the song
ever.
is great.
Yeah.
It works both ways
Because they have like the characters have accents and they have like real personalities and stuff. It's not just the same, dozen people from Funimation or whatever. It's you get all these talented people who you don't see that often, and it's just they do a really good job. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, any time, and I'll say this too about this and the previous one I did. Anytime where you have a group of 3 or 4 or 5 main characters, one thing that I think the opening should do is kind of showcase them each a little bit, and then kind of hype you up for what they can do and what they're going to take you through. And I think Smile Bomb does a pretty good job of doing it, and so does Konosuba, obviously. I really like the song. This one was a lot of song for me. Like, I just really love this song. It's so fucking catchy. Like,
yeah, it's poppy. It's like 90s nostalgia
Yeah.
bomb. It's
got
should
like
be called
that,
nostalgia bomb, not smile bomb.
right?
It's so good.
It's got that fucking funk guitar in the beginning. That you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and then like this, what is it? Some kind of electronic instrument or synth or something. But
yeah.
the great female vocals going on. They're running on their adventure, like fighting these big ass monsters and shit.
There's a part where the 4 of them are on the screen, and then a big explosion happens behind them, and they all jump away, like all badass. Like, I love that. It's really cool opening, really sick. Nick can agree. Like, me and Nick love this show, and I think
This is almost
cool
like
opening.
an earlier version of the Konosuba opening, if you think about it, because all of the characters are showcased, and then it's, they're in action. And just like Konosuba, you can tell who each character is just based on a sprite, just based on like their color, pretty much, because they're just different colors, right? And it's just
right.
It's so well made, yeah.
Right, I love it. I think it's a great opening. Opening animation's cool. The songs are catchy, and I might prefer the English version better just because that's how I first watched it. And plus the dub is just really good. But either way, it's a good song. Good song, good opening.
Oh, God, I forgot about this one. You guys,
All right.
One of you guys has this.
Mac Attack Cinco.
For my number 5, continuing on the whole trend of OPs that make you hype, this one, more recent show. I praised it before. I brought it up before. I even think I did this in the award show. And that is High Free Spirits from High Furry, performed by Trisail.
I just heard this song when Mac was here, and I love this song.
This
And
song is-
the visuals are great too.
The visuals
the
are great too. I
visuals
watched it.
are
It's
great.
tied to
The
it.
visuals keep up the energy because whenever the song starts out, it's kind of this piano with a little bit of sustain to it, and it starts out in the water and it kind of looks up, and then you see the sunlight and the music kicks in, and it's just fucking brilliant. It really is. Like, this OP right here, low key I love High Furry. Let me just say that. I love High Furry. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's one of the best. It's one of the best things.
Dude, the character
Not
designs
many
in that
things.
show are phenomenal.
Not many things are better than this thing, but this is a pretty good thing.
Big
let me
league.
just
It's a
let me
big
just say
league,
this.
boy.
This is like pairing an S+ tier OP with like a B tier show. Because
Yeah, the show is it's a bit
The
above
show-
average, but it's
the show, like, I love it. I really do. But the show doesn't deserve this OP. It is that good. And
Doesn't deserve it.
it's fantastic. I like this song gets me so hyped. Watching this OP gets me so hyped. It's like, oh my god, this is great. And then I watch the show and I'm still hype. But yeah,
cute
that's
girls sailing huge ass battleships, dude.
actually the main ship is a destroyer Y467 the
Huge-ass
Hadakaze.
Battleships,
It's-
just like the game.
It's
Huge
a
ass.
Kagero class destroyer actually, but I digress. So yeah, if you haven't checked
It's
out
not
this
Space
OP,
Battleship
you
Yamato.
really should because it's pretty damn awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
this is like the definition of hype. It's oh my goodness. Yeah, my favorite part is the beginning when they have the lineup of girls rather than doing the thing where it's like it spotlights each character. They spotlight just the huge group of them, and it's in perfect harmony with the music. It's like bum 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 bum, and every time it does that, it shows more girls. You know,
Yeah, it pans out more and more, and it's just like, damn.
Yeah. like oh,
Oh,
so hype.
So
I
number
love that. I love that
five.
OP.
Number five.
Great pick.
for you, Nick.
Great pick. All right. I'm gonna pick. Okay, we're gonna go another English opening to go with Psalms. We're gonna go with Moonlight Densetsu by Dali. It's the Sailor Moon original opening, and I'm actually gonna go with. Both versions are good. The Japanese sub version is good, but I'm actually gonna go with the English version because it has like this huge nostalgia value for me. It's
This is another one of those examples where it's the same song, but there's a Japanese and a
it's a different song. Well, it's the same song, but it's like different vocals. You know,
yeah.
The Japanese one is a little more subdued, and the American one's a little more like rock and rolled. And
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
yeah, it's weird because like it's crazy how they're able to do this. Like they they basically just made this up themselves. Like whatever company was handling this. This isn't the official version of the opening. As far as like the Japanese version is different, where they're like on the planet and it's like mystical moon princess and stuff. But this one is more taking place on Earth.
Yeah.
And it's just like really, it's just like super. What's the word for it? I mean, nostalgic. Like that's really my reason for this one. And then, sorry, excuse me, we gotta cut that part out. That's gross. And then in the middle of it, my favorite part is when they're like all touching hands fighting Queen Beryl, and it matches to the music, and it's they're like fighting evil, and they're like blasting like their magic at her, and it's just like I don't know, it's just really good, classic opening Sailor Moon. I know Mac hasn't seen it. Sam, you've seen some of Sailor Moon.
I've seen most.
Actually,
I've not watched
I
the
do
Japanese
know the
version.
OP that you're talking about. Surprisingly enough, I do know it.
Well, we'd hope you know it. But the show itself,
Yeah,
have you seen? You gotta watch it.
I'm not a fan
I'm-
of Sailor Moon. I'm sorry. I've said it before.
yeah.
I'm
Mac
not
doesn't
a
like
fan of
magical
Sailor
girl
Moon.
stuff. He likes cute girls like doing battleships and tanks and stuff, but not magical girls. So it's a little bit of a strange
Racist, dude.
niche. It's just a little weird that you like the battleship girls, but you don't like.
There's
the
a
magical
limit to
girls.
that too, because I don't really care for Konkole, even though I like to say poi.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I heard that
Contact
show
Collection.
wasn't super great.
It was
Um,
based on a computer card games. I mean,
Correct.
yeah. But yeah. Anyway, Nick. Oh wait, you just went.
yeah,
didn't
that's
you?
what I can
Yeah,
go
now
again if
you
you
go
want.
number
No, no, sorry.
Now you go.
No.
Now you say number 4. Number 4.
All right. Quattro. Here we go.
Oh, here you
I
go.
put
Yeah.
I put Tank by Yoko Kanno, performed by the Seatbelts. Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. The
This
classic.
is another kind of like there's 4 main characters, and they don't really showcase them in this opening, but the visuals and the song itself go with the anime so well. It's just
It's perfect. I mean,
It's-
I think it is.
I mean, it's got a really, because if you've seen the show and because the show is what it is, the opening, the song, and the visuals have a really noir Pulp Fiction-esque thing about it, and it's just so badass.
It's so
Like, I
that
just-
show. It is perfect for that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
It really
It-
is.
You just never skip it.
No,
and
you
if-
don't.
Even if you're marathoning it, like, you just don't skip it.
Yeah, I
just
think this is like if I had to pick one OP that's as close to perfect as you can get, I would pick Tank.
I would too.
Yeah.
It was on my list, so I'm gonna have to reshuffle my list.
I could just put it at number 1, like we all could, but we're trying to do a personal preference
Yep,
thing here.
I had
it's
it-
not like
Yeah.
I had it as number 2 personally.
yeah, I
Yeah.
did too, and then it's just like, man, someone's gonna say it, so
Yeah.
Right.
it's impossible to talk about anime openings without mentioning Tank.
It
It's
is.
just
All
so well
right.
done. It almost reminds me of James Bond a little bit with like the silhouettes running
Yeah,
around
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Um,
kind of it's like Pulp Fiction noir spy shit. Like,
Yeah, and like high school bands play this song and stuff. It's just
oh, that's right. Yeah, it's
it's like it's all over the place. You don't even
It's
have to
amazing.
like anime to like the song.
Okay,
It's just that
3,
good.
2, 1, let's jam.
Let's go.
Like
Them
it's so awesome, man.
Yeah. So anyway, there's not much else I can say about it. So just pass it off to Shakalaka Makalaka.
For my number 4, I picked Nagi no Asaka's second opening, performed by Ray. Ebb and Flow. Yes. Ebb and Flow, of course, the show and the OP was done by PA Works. And I can't... This one's kind of a problem because I can't go too much into this OP because there's spoilers in the second OP if you haven't watched the first 13 or so episodes. So I can't really go too far into it, but I can
spoiler
say...
OP, yeah.
Yeah, it is a spoiler OP. First off, the show is absolutely gorgeous. It is completely gorgeous. And the OP follows suit and somehow like one-ups the show. And the OP is gorgeous. And just the scenes that they picked to match with the music and just the kind of atmosphere that it gives off. And then you have this one little interlude part where it's there's kind of a little monologue from Miyuna, one of the characters. And it just fits so well into the song. And then after she says that, it kind of drops and goes into the chorus. And the visuals back that up perfectly. And it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. And unfortunately, I can't say any more than that on why I think it's so wonderful. But it does have to do with why it's a spoiler OP.
Yeah, and we can probably get into that once we eventually do the episode on Nagi no Asakura. Maybe maybe you'll trade that to Sam for Steins Gate or something. We could do that. Oh, those are 2 long shows, but still.
Those are 2 shows I haven't seen.
Oh yeah, well, Sam, you're watching both.
One.
Fuck you.
Because Nagi no Asu is actually really damn good. Like
I haven't seen that one either. So.
Like low key, this show was something that probably slid under a lot of people's radars. It's good.
Slid under the sea.
Under the sea.
Down where it's
Under
wetter.
the sea. Oh my God. Okay, Sebastian. Okay, Sebastian.
I don't remember the lyrics.
What's your number 4?
All right. My list is just blown up at this point because we've done like tank and stuff, and it's just like, well, fuck, I got to pick something.
See,
I'm gonna pick something.
That's why I've got alternates ready to go.
So you mentioned a spoiler opening. I'm gonna go with that theme a little bit. This one might be this is one of my favorites. I'm gonna say Bloody Stream from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2.
Man, that is a good.
It is fucking phenomenal because David Production, they hired like another company to do the openings for JoJo's.
Just fucking yelling at us. It's fucking great.
Fucking great, Sam. You better agree. And this is another one that Mother's Basement analyzed in depth. So, yeah, definitely check that out. This is a spoiler OP because it kind of gives you an idea of what happens in that arc when the OP is playing, and the way it does it is you don't really notice it if you haven't seen the show yet. Then you're not gonna really pick up the details too much. But after you see the show and you watch it again, you catch it. It's like, oh wow, they basically just kind of summarize what happened, and it's got like that the direct symbolism, not the or overt. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's got that version of it. So what makes it so good is it looks. This is another OP that I would say is almost perfect, maybe not quite as much as Tank, because the way that the action works and the colors on the screen pop out. I don't know if Mac, have you seen this one yet? Or Sam, have you seen this?
Yeah, I have, but
not.
it's been a while and I only watched it once.
Oh my God. Yeah. It just pops off the screen.
It is. And it does just that. It's a good OP.
And it looks a little different
with
from
you.
the show too. Yeah, it's so much more glossy than the actual show, because JoJo's started out with, the animation wasn't actually the greatest when it started out, and now it's gotten a lot better. But the OP itself is just like, it's pristine. It looks so good, and like the fighting moves and the characters falling across the screen, the symbolism going across, and the way that like they handle like the drop with the 3 pillar men, like when it first introduces them, it kind of does the Mob Psycho thing where it gets the messy version of the animation. It's like it scribbles all over the screen with like the tornadoes going, and it's just really cool how it changes animation styles in the OP too, and like the way it's all handled is awesome. So yeah, that's mine for the spoiler OP.
And now,
All right.
And now we begin the top 3.
Número 3. ESPN8, The Ocho,
The Traso.
The Traso, Dodgeball, great movie, seen it. Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller,
San Diego.
San Diego.
That's a different movie.
Stay classy.
Number three, I put "I Want Out" by Yuki Saga from the show Generator Gall. This song, dude, is like, you hear like this kind of out of tune guitar at the beginning. It's like, wow, like they're doing some kind of whammy shit on it, and then it goes into like this crazy, just like melodic, not melodic, but like kind of speed melodic metal song or rock song, and it's just like, I don't know, it gets you really hype. And I think this is one of those shows where they hired, they had a separate animator, a separate group of animators to do the opening.
That's often what happens with anime is they have a separate separate staff who do the opening.
Right, and these animators, they still did keyframes for the anime and stuff too, but they fucking did a good job. It gets you hype for the show, and if you haven't seen Generator Gall, it's 12 episodes. It's from
Generator Gall,
90 something. I don't remember, but it's
okay.
one of the ones. It's one of the ones that's
90s opening. Called it.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
It's funny because the anime is set in 2007.
Whoa, the distant future.
The year 2000.
Yeah, I actually, if you read the back of the VHS from or the back of the DVD or VHS from Transformers movie, it says the year is 2005. Like, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Because
everyone has flying cars.
Yeah, but
we didn't even have smartphones then.
It's 12 episodes. It's about a guy named Gall, and he's this thing called a generator. And when he generates, he turns into like this armored fucking monster guy and kills people. Well, okay, he doesn't kill people. He fights bad guys. He fights other generators who are evil and crazy and shit. But anyway, it's a cool show. I think it's a pretty cool show. But the song is just really like.
I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to question a little bit. Like this, I'm looking at it, not with audio. And it's just, it looks to me a little bit basic as far as the animation. It's like the shot composition of the opening to me seems a little bit. Number 3, man, come on.
For its time, though, dude.
No, I mean for any time. I mean, what year did this come out?
98.
98. Okay, so same year as Tank. No, that's not fair. But like, no, I'm not gonna like disagree or anything. I just think this is another one of those nostalgia things, Sam. Because like, if I'm seeing this now with no prior knowledge, and to me it just doesn't seem particularly remarkable.
I think
it looks like every other 90s opening that I've seen.
This might be one of the ones where it was more of the song for me.
So it's like a personal thing for you, really.
Well, I mean, I've also seen the anime, so I mean, like it gets me hype up from what I'm about to watch.
Yeah, that's
sure.
fair. And this is one of those things that's not. This isn't like a huge wide audience is all gonna love it like Tank. You know, you show this opening to somebody out of the blue, and they're not really gonna get it. You have to see the show, is what I'm getting.
Right.
They're not gonna get the excitement unless they've seen the show.
Right. But the fucking song by itself, though, like I used to have this shit on my iPod, and I just like I listened to the shit. Like and now that I look at it, I probably would put it a little lower. I'd probably put it below, like.
Yeah, because honestly, dude, the animation is real basic.
I mean, the
overall
composition is basic. Maybe the animation I think is really good, but but the song
it's just
itself,
kind of like
though,
side pans and like half their face on the screen, and
coupled with the song though is like is I think is badass. I don't know. I probably would put it below like. I'd probably put it below.
You can put it wherever you want. You can put it at number 1 if you want. You know, I'm just saying for me, or for like a general audience, it wouldn't be as immediately apparent.
Well, I mean, this is all opinion anyway, so this is all what we think. But I mean, I really like it. The song is really fucking badass.
I guess I didn't say that right at first. It sounded like I was shitting on you or whatever. I
know.
I was fumbling with my words, but yeah.
Fuck you, Nick.
I've never even
never
heard
let
of
me
this
like-
show, Sam.
You never let me like anything. All right, fucking Mac. Mac
Fucking
Lecca
Mac.
High, Mecca Heidi.
What? All right. So, gonna do a change to the list on this one. Gonna do a hot swap right here.
Oh, okay. Time out.
Hey, gonna
If
do
you
a-
don't, Mac, if you don't pick this one, then I'm gonna pick it. Is it your number 8?
It is my number 8.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
And that's because I thought about
I was
this.
gonna pick this.
Originally, my number 3 was Clannad After Story, Tokiwa Kizuma Uta. It's
No,
the second OP.
dude. Great Teacher Onizuka is better.
But after thinking
The
about
opening.
this, I'm gonna put GTO as number 3. Driver's High. The audio or the song is done by L'Arc and Shield, I guess is how you would say that.
some
Larkin Seal.
Yeah.
French
They
lady.
did the
Bonjour.
opening.
Let me
They did the
just
opening
say.
to FMA.
Let me just say, this OP right here is so fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's like On the Road. It's like it's perfectly captures his character.
It does. It really does, man. And this show is centric around his character. This show is about Onizuka. And this OP is about Onizuka. And it's badass.
I love the way it starts. The toilet flushes.
Badass. Yeah, it starts
That's
with a
that's my
toilet flush.
favorite start to any opening is the toilet flushing.
And then towards the end, he's got a freaking bullseye painted on his chest. And he's staring at a
Yeah.
mirror, pulls out a gun, and shoots the freaking bullseye. It's just such an awesome OP. And I think it really captures Onizuka's character and what you should expect from him coming up in the show. So that is why, perfect point proven right here, my list changes a lot. So at least for right now, at midnight, it is going to be Driver's High. That is my number 3.
Hell yeah, dude. And like this was one of those OPs that when they changed OP, I was I like felt a physical pang. I'm like, "Oh no." So like what I would do sometimes is just listen to this OP and then watch one of the later episodes.
Right.
I'm like, "Fuck that. Why'd they change it?"
Just real quick, Larkin Seal has been a band since '91. They're a J-rock band. They're still very, very active. Yeah. And the song Driver's High comes from their 1999 record, Arc. And they also did the opening to Full Metal Alchemist. And that song...
Well,
is
one
called-
of them.
One of them.
There's a
That song is
lot of Full
called-
Metal Alchemist openings.
Yeah,
but
that song is called Ready, Steady, Go. And that's on their
Yep.
2004 record, Smile.
Yeah, one of the original Full Metal. Yeah.
Yeah, Larkin Seal is very good.
There's like 10
They're
FMA
really
openings
cool
or something. But.
Really cool rock band.
So
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite original FMA openings too. So yeah.
So
Yeah.
what did you pick for number 3, Nick?
Okay. Fuck. I was I was banking on that.
Let's bacon on that.
Okay. Number 3, right?
Number 3.
I don't want to only do old stuff too. All right, one of us has to do it. So I'm gonna do Renai Circulation, Bakemonogatari,
I was leaving that open for
Swish,
somebody.
3-pointer, Swish. Well, somebody would be me because I haven't seen it.
I
almost like Chocolate Insomnia better, but this one is awesome.
We just have to represent Monogatari series
We
in
do.
this list somewhere because
Bakemonogatari.
like I could
Shaft.
pick any number of them. I could pick like
Based Shaft.
3 to 5 of them, and they're all like worthy of being on a top list. And the reason I'm
Right.
picking Renai Circulation is it's just like, oh God, I don't have like a good way to describe it. It's Nadeko, the snake arc, right? It's describing it's it's showcasing her character and how she's all like shy and pretty and everything, and she's pining for Araragi. And this one's mostly about the song. Actually, most of the Monogatari openings are primarily good based on the song. But like it uses the Shaft style of like minimalist art and like almost blank backgrounds to really good effect here. And it times really well to the music, and I just really like it a lot. It's a super catchy song. It's easy to parody. Like you'll see like parodies of Renai Circulation and Platinum Disco and stuff like
Everybody's
that.
Circulation.
Yeah. Just you can check them out on YouTube. But But yeah, Renai Circulation. I picked that one. I don't even know. Like on any given day, I could pick a different Monogatari opening, but today I'm feeling Renai, so I'm picking it. It's just really fucking good, really catchy. Nadeko is super kawaii.
Fair enough.
That's it. Yeah, I mean,
So Sam,
I said kawaii in a serious voice,
number
not ironically.
2.
Dos. Number 2, I put Brave Shine by Aimer for the second part of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works.
I can get behind that.
The opening animation is like it's kind of basic in composition, but it's really well done, animation wise. But it's the second part of it, so it's you know all the characters already. You know what I mean? So it basically kind of just the whole opening kind of just shows each character and their normal environment, normal state, like how you would find them. You know what I mean? So composition wise, it's pretty basic, but the song. And the when it gets to the chorus of the song, is you see some action happening, and that part is just fucking badass. It goes really well with the urgency of the song, and
That's kind of how Fate goes, right? They talk a lot, then they have these big action scenes. That's kind of the opening reminds me of that, like the way the song goes. It's like a crescendo almost.
Yeah. You know, absolutely. And I think it's just like. When it gets to that chorus, though, it just becomes really hype. You're like, and the lyrics are kind of, for a song that's really urgent sounding, the lyrics are pretty somber, you know. But I think that's why I like it a lot, because Fate Stay Night is just kind of like that, right? Like it can become really violent, really dark, but a lot of the anime is very somber, very calm, very dramatic, you know. And I just really like the song. I really like the Fate franchise, too. So, I mean, I don't know if there was a better song. Like,
have you been watching Recreators at all?
Yes, I love Recreators.
So that opening to that is... I love that one, too.
Oh,
it's kind of a shout-out there.
I should have put that one on my list, actually.
I think that
I really
one...
like that
I
song.
like that one more than the Fate openings, actually. But... I haven't seen Fate. I feel like I would like the show Fate more than I would like the show Recreators, but Recreators isn't done yet. It's not really fair to say that, but anyway.
Sure. I know, I understand you. But
Hiroyuki Sawano did a great job on that, yeah.
Yeah, Hiroyuki Sawano,
I
Gravity
think he did
Wall.
the opening, I think.
No,
it was a
did.
different band that did it, right?
He composed it, but then someone, I think, I don't remember. I'll look it up. But I do like Recreators. I do like that song. And that song probably should go on my list, because I actually really like that song, too. And its opening does a very good job of hyping up each character as well. Anyway, Aimer by Brave Shine, really cool. Take it away.
Number 2?
Big Mac.
Okay, so since my number 2 got hijacked by Nick earlier than what it should have been, in my opinion.
Just call Mac a different name every time I pass it to him.
Wait, which one? What was your number 2?
Tank. My number
Tank?
2
that was Sam.
That was me, bro.
Oh. Well, I'm still blaming Nick.
See, yeah,
Thanks.
well, sorry.
I've been kind of going back and forth on what I want to replace as number 2, and because I know what my number 1 is, period. So I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with one that is more based off of how fun the song is, and how well.
It's number 9, right?
How
12.
How well it reflects the show. And no, I'm gonna throw you for a loop. Number 10, original on my list. Carnival Phantasm, Super Affection.
Oh, actually, yeah, I've heard of this one.
Wait,
we're doing 2 Fates in a row?
We are doing 2 Fates in a row.
That's fine.
But this doesn't count. This does not count as a Fate. This parodies the show. It's not even got
This is
Fate
exactly
in it.
Fate.
It kind of just parodies all of Type Moon stuff.
It does. It does parody Type Moon stuff. But this OP is just the perfect match to this show. It really is. Like, you almost kind of want to get up and do the little dance to it and everything. It's freaking brilliant.
Kind of reminds me of Haruhi's opening a little bit, sort of.
It's better. Really. It's better than Hare Hare Yukai.
I don't know. I like Haruhi's opening a lot. Yeah.
It's better than Hare Hare Yukai.
I do like how the letters Carnival Phantasm bounce around.
Yeah, I know.
When they do that.
It's so fun. The OP is so much fun. Like, all it is fun. That's all you need is fun. And fun.
Yeah,
right.
You have like
When-
parts
when
where
that's all this show is just pure fun.
I know,
you
and
like-
it's great, and that's what makes
It
this
works
OP
for it.
so great. So we're calling that my number 2 for now. Nick, your number 2.
Shit, dude. I'm not even ready. All right. God damn. I got to make some up. Ooh. I could do this one. All right. One moment. I got like 4 of them that I'm looking at here.
My number 1 is like obvious. I'm so.
My
What was
number
your
1 is.
What was your number 1? I know Max. What is?
Don't tell it. Don't say
Okay,
it.
yours.
No.
I know yours. Okay.
Oh yeah, shut up.
Oh God.
God, cut all this up.
All right. I'm gonna do. Here, I think this works. I don't know if I want to do this one or not. Sorry, we'll cut this part out. This is just. Oh no, I like the ending more on that one. Okay.
This is why you have backups.
I have a lot of backups. That's the problem. Well, okay, you just did Carnival Phantasm. All right, I'll do. Shit, dude. I'm going to do Revolutionary Girl Utena. No, I've done too many Magical Girl ones. Whatever. No, fuck it. Fuck all that. Attack on Titan. Someone's got to say it. I'm saying it. Attack on Titan. And I'm actually going to lump in 2 openings. It's a little bit cheating. Opening 1, I feel, has the better song. Guru no Yumiya is the first Attack on Titan opening. And we've all heard it. It's like, you know, it just gets super hyped. The walls are breaking. Titans are going everywhere. Blood's flying and splattering. And it's just, it's
Blood's flying.
splattering. Oh, God. Golly.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, Attack on Titan. So, and then also the second opening for Attack on Titan, which
Dude,
isn't
second
talked
opening.
about as much.
Mother's Basement did a video on this one too. The second opening.
The second opening has like a better storytelling, like symbolism in it, but it's not as quite as catchy. Although it still is catchy, like if you think about it.
Yeah. But what I like about the second opening too is that you already know all the characters, right? And it shows you them in a
Yeah.
more violent and angry, like they're more hardened. You know what I mean?
And it
Like, you see
butchers
Armin.
German.
And you see Armin, right? And his
Talk about
face is all
butchering
bloody.
German.
But like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, dude. Attack on Titan. My pick for number 1 hypest opening, the hypestest.
This is
My
number
favorite
2,
part
you
too
dipshit.
is when, yeah, it's my most hype opening. I'm not saying it's the best one. It's my most hype. So yeah, we're going with that. Attack on Titan, baby. Someone had to say it.
And now, on to the number 1s. Sam.
Number 1 for me is "Let Me Hear" by Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas for Parasite the Maxim.
I feel like you just chose this because of the band.
So hold on,
Oh,
was this
no.
written
I mean,
for the
yeah.
show?
This was written for the show.
Okay, good, because I was gonna say you're a bitch if you didn't do that.
No,
Or
this
if it was
was
the other way
written
around.
because it's not on any of their records.
Okay.
It
Good.
came out as a single.
I just don't like. This is a little bit of a tangent. I don't like when it's the English, when a random English song goes into an anime opening, and it's just like, come on, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It's not an English song though.
No, but a random song that like they just took from an English band
Well, that's what
that wasn't
that's
made
what,
for the show.
That's what GTO and FMA were for El Arkansas.
Well, that's not the same thing, Sam. Because
Okay,
those are
then
good.
shut the fuck up.
No, this is a good song. This is a great song. I love this one. And
Yeah.
this doesn't even apply to that. I think this mostly applies to other shows. But anyway,
Either way, I really like the darkness of the opening animation. It's like I don't know. It kind of shows the main character kind of quiet and like his hair's down, but then by the very last like cut scene of it, you see his hair like up and he's all serious, and he's like, "No, fuck you." Like,
ooh, I like the match cut when it goes. It shows like the very first part is like these little microbes and like germs and shit floating down, and then it turns into snow.
yeah,
Kind of.
yeah.
Well, it's not. It's almost not snow. It's actually is the parasites falling onto Earth.
Yeah. So on September 5th, 2014, or no, January 25th, January 7th, 2015, they released this single, and they released two versions of it, one for the opening and then the full version of it. The band Fear and Loathing Las Vegas is a metalcore ravecore band. So it like fuses electronic dance music with metalcore. So there's like the clean and screaming vocals.
Yeah.
And the clean vocals are like auto-tuned and then they're screaming. I think I really am a sucker for this kind of music, and I hate electronic dance music, but I just love it. But that's not really
the part of the
main
1 minute mark where he just screams.
yeah, the best part of that song is when it jumps into the chorus, because everything goes silent for a second, and then the clean singer just kind of goes in with his high siren like auto-tune voice, and it's just like
this is one of the times when auto-tune actually sounds good.
I know, I like it, right? Like because
a lot of time you can overuse it and it's just like cheesy, you know, but this is like the right time to use it.
Yeah. It's a really cool song. It's really hype. Amelie, actually, the YouTube channel Amelie, she did an English cover of it that I think is super cool. And there's also another YouTube channel called Nate Wants to Battle, and he did like a more kind of poppy sounding metal version of it in English also. He did a really cool cover of it. And anyway, the song and the animation coupled together hyped me for this show, like, because it is on the first episode.
Yeah.
And when I first started, everyone was telling me, Sam, you gotta watch Parasite, and I watched it, dude, and I immediately went and downloaded every record that Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas has put out. They did another anime opening, and I'm trying to remember what.
All right, sorry, we got to move on though.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, sorry, Jesus.
Great song, gets you hyped for the show.
Great song.
Okay.
The visuals are pretty good as well. Yes. Go
My
ahead,
number
man.
one. This is going to be like 30 seconds because we're way fucking over. My number one, Spice and Wolf. If you haven't seen the show, go watch it.
Tabi no
Tochu
Tachi.
is the name of
Tochu.
the opening. Perfectly captures the character and the feel of the show. Both the characters are very well portrayed in it. The animation is top. It gives a little bit of background into Holo's background, basically.
And Mother's
it's-
Basement did a
it's
video on this.
Fan-fucking-tastic. And if you haven't seen the show, you haven't seen the OP, you really need to go watch them because it's fantastic, and the OP is one of the best ones out there. Go, Nick.
And I would say it's one of the best low-key openings. It's not hype, but it kind of lulls you in, and it's just really soft, and it feels good. It's bright and comfy. I like it. And also a little bit melancholic and bittersweet. Yeah, good. So, yes, my number one OP, and you might have guessed it if you've ever seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, is the first opening to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, again by Yui. This is... I think it's one of the best. Here's the thing about Full Metal Alchemist. I could fill up the entire list with that show if I wanted. It has about a dozen openings, and all of them almost are fantastic. Again by Yui, though, is a level above all of that because of the way that the vocals mix and enhance the visuals. It's just very powerful, like imagery that they use along with the vocals. And Sam, you were going to say something?
No, I wasn't. I just was going to say that you showed this to me, and I still haven't seen Brotherhood, but it makes me hype.
Yeah, dude.
It does a really good job hyping.
It's so good. It's a Studio Bones OP, and again, Studio Bones is known for doing fantastic OPs and great animation in general. And with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, this is like the perfect introduction to it. And if this doesn't get you to watch the show, then nothing will. Like, it's almost, actually, I would say this is the best part of that first arc of Full Metal Alchemist is the opening. Like, that's how good the opening is, because Full Metal Alchemist is one of the most beloved shonen action series in anime fandom, and yet this opening eclipses even that first part of Brotherhood as like the best, aspect of that area, in my opinion. And I'm just gonna put it up there. That's my number one. We mixed around our numbers a little bit, but overall, do we want to give a couple of quick shout outs to some stuff we didn't mention? Like, I noticed that we didn't say anything from like the 70s or whatever, and not many things from the 80s were mentioned. I'm just gonna really quickly mention a couple of things. Space Battleship Yamato has a very iconic opening theme song. It's like a dirge or a fugue. It's just like this really proud national anthem type thing, and it's super famous over in Japan. So check that out if you haven't yet. And then Yamato. And what was the other one? One more I was going to mention. Gundam opening. A lot of the Gundam openings are very classic. So
Yeah.
Yamato is my main one I was mentioning.
Yamato. I'll just say this: Detroit Metal City. That's it. Detroit Metal City. Satsugai. There you go. That's a thing you got to listen to now. And I'm done.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'll say this. Koe no Katachi. It's not even in Japanese. And on that bombshell, I've been Mac, and with me has been Sam and Nick, and we have been the Opening Theme Anime Podcast.
Generation.
Oh man, that song did not fit that movie. That was
Dude,
one
yeah, it
part of
did.
the movie I didn't like.
No, it was
No,
great.
I disagree. I didn't like that song in the movie.
All right, fuck you.
On top of that, the song like fucked things over where like it's harder to license it places now or something. Yeah, we'll cut that.